Hello, welcome to week 5, chapter 5, capacity planning for products and services. Some important terms you should be familiar with by the end of the section. Defining capacity. What does it mean? I would ask you to look at your own organizations and see how you define capacity. It can be done in many different ways, but it has to be understandable and utilized by a lot of different people. What are the factors affecting capacity? A book's going to mention several: facilities, production service factors, process factors, human resources, policies, operations, supply chain, internal, external forces. Consider all these when you're going through your capacity discussion. Term bottleneck operations comes up. Should understand what bottleneck operations is. A good book, little dated, but the story is very easy to read. It's called The Gold, G-O-A-L, by Eliyahu Goldratt. It's a very interesting story about a plant manager and facing some of the issues that an ops manager may have as far as meeting production, coming into areas where demand is greater than the processes can handle. Good analogies, good book. Not required to read it, but it is an outstanding source to read and understand exactly what bottleneck operations are. Understanding economies of scale and diseconomies of scale. Constraint management. Again, bottlenecks, this type of constraint management. Break-even point. Should be able to calculate that. It's a pretty simple calculation. Not going to get too deep in that, but should know what the break-even point is and how to calculate given it the sufficient data. This section we also talk about some financial analysis, the cost of money, how you're going to evaluate projects. Do you enlarge your in-house capacity? Do you outsource? What's your return on investment? How do you move money around in time? A lot of this comes out of your finance courses, but this is where you put the dollars to helping you make decisions whether or not you go forward with a project. You're a manager, you come up with a good idea, you try to sell it to your upper management to whether you're going to, what's it going to do for the company. You need to come up with an ROI. Some companies set limits that maybe the ROI has to be greater than 15% before they'll even consider it. Those projects with the higher ROIs have the more likelihood of being accepted and pursued. Decision analysis comes in with this. Again, this is more of a reading for your benefit. I'm not going to ask you too much. Decision analysis and decision theory, how we get from point A to point B, but there are some basic factors at the beginning that you should understand. Hope you're getting out of the course what you want to. I appreciate your inputs and time, and be looking forward to your responses during this week. Thank you very much.